Light it up, pass it around. Love and faith in every sound. St. Paul's Spirit, let it shine. One heart, one soul in a light.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Chat with the Chaplain. My name is Father Shaz Turnquest, and I'm the chaplain here at St. Paul's College here in Hong Kong, China. And it is my absolute joy and delight to have as my guest today my friend Piers Kuhn. Piers is the chairman of our school's PTA, and he does a million other things here in Hong Kong that I'm going to let Piers talk to you about. And so, Piers, welcome very much for coming. Welcome and thank you for coming to be a guest on Chat with the Chaplain here today.
Good morning, Father. Okay, thank you for your warm invitation for me to be here. I'm very honored to be here to share with others everything about being a parent, being a PTA chair, and anything related to study.
Thank you very much, Piers. I know you have your son is a part of our college. I think he's in Form 3.
Yes,
Okay, wonderful. What is his name?
yes. My son is Justin Kuhn.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. So, Piers, tell us a little bit about what you do. You're a very busy guy, and I'm very grateful that you've taken time out of your schedule. I know you have a million things that you do every day. What is it that you do for a living?
This is a very difficult question, but I can try to introduce a little bit about myself. First, I'm an associate professor of Hong Kong Nanyang College of Higher Education. Okay. Before, I worked at Chinese University of Hong Kong teaching English. Now, my current position offers me to be the head of the department responsible for teaching English and other electives like gender studies, public culture, which I majored at university. So besides this current position, I worked as a voluntary legal consultant for some schools, NGOs, and other parties as well. So what's more, I am a radio program broadcaster at RTHK. Okay, so regularly I will have a show. Okay, from 10:30 to 12 o'clock at night. Not every Thursday night, but maybe once or twice a month. So if you have a chance, then you can go to visit RTHK1 for my show. Now, it is in Cantonese. I think most of us can listen to Cantonese. So this is part of my life. So my story is, maybe Father knows me a little bit. I want to meet people. I want to network with people. I try to expose myself to different areas of my life. And what's more, I would like to say that at my age, I try to contribute myself back to the society. I think I have gained a lot from the society, from my God, and then from everybody who loves me, who cares about me. It's my time to contribute.
Thank you very much, Piers. That's very, very, very well said. Like I said, you're so diverse. You have so much going on. I didn't know that you had a radio show.
But because it is in Cantonese, so I do not recommend this one for you. But later I will be hosting a maybe an English program in radio as well. At that time, I will try to tell you.
Sure, I would love to listen. My Cantonese is terrible. I really
I can help you. That's never mind.
I really struggled with Cantonese. It's a very difficult language. I've never been good with languages, and but it is such an interesting language, and I hope to master it, or at least to be able to have good conversations.
Okay.
So Piers, the PTA here at St. Paul's is a very interesting school. I'm always amazed by the things that happen here in such a good way. The alumni network here is so strong, and the PTA network is so very strong. If you can just share with us, what are some of your goals? What are some of your achievements? what are some of the things that you hope to accomplish during your time as a chair of the PTA?
Yes, okay. Before talking about this question, I mentioned something about what I did in the PTA in the primary school of SPC, PS, and then 2 years before working as a committee member and a vice chair of PTA here. So I have already had around 7 to 8 years of experience working as a PTA committee member or chair or whatever in whatever positions. So what I learned there is I'm just a man next door. I try to work with the leaders, okay, the brother and sister of the PTA. We work as a team to get things accomplished. So the students' well-being and the school's well-being are the top of our priority. We try to disregard our time, our money, and our other things as well, because we try to work to the utmost of ourselves. Okay, in the year when we were given the opportunity to work as a PTA member. So I think this is prestigious, and it is honored for us to contribute as well. So in terms of a range of activities, so we got including PTA picnic, maybe talks for parents and students, maybe some school-based activities like some ceremonies and graduation dinners and other sorts of meaningful activities. We are very involved. Okay, we try to use every opportunity to work with others, to recruit more new parents to be volunteers, and try to work closely with the school as well. So we are not only building a bridge between the parents and the school. We are also committed to bringing parents into the school to get in touch with students more, teachers more, principal more, and other stakeholders more as well. So that's why we think we are really a big family. So we are not just paying lip service. We are going down to earth. We want to make things happen, realize the dreams. So we try to have something impossible so that we can make it possible. So just give you an example. Okay, so in November, I guess, 2024, last year, so we had a groundbreaking activity. Okay, so this is an idea brainstormed by ourselves and initiated by our principal, Mr. Yun. He wanted to have a platform, a casual platform to talk with parents, so especially for S1 parents. So I got this idea some months or 1 year ago. So I tried to remember this idea. So I tried to work with my colleagues of PTA to make it happen. So in November we have 2 times of having around 50 parents of S1 to have breakfast meeting, like a prayer meeting. So that's why everyone, every single of us, were very gratified that we had a chance to talk directly, casually, and happily with Mr. Yun during the breakfast table.
Yeah.
So
that's a great initiative. You know, in the Bible, Jesus did some of his best work over a meal with his friends.
yeah,
And so that's a very, very, very good platform. I'm very glad that was very successful.
yeah.
So, Pears, I want to ask you this question. You're a parent, I'm a parent, and we both want the very best for our children.
Correct.
I noticed that in the Hong Kong culture, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I've noticed that, there is a lot of focus and attention on 2 particular careers. And a lot of young people they seem, what is the right word? They seem guided into a career of either wanting to be a doctor or wanting to be a lawyer. And I know that you have studied law and you're actually an academic. And so I'm not sure whether it's a cultural nuance, is it shepherding from parents, is it something that they learn from the interaction with their friends and from the media. But not everybody is cut out to be a doctor or lawyer. You know, there are architects, engineers, actors, writers, musicians. I mean, the brilliance of the children in this school, it astounds me every day. And so, from the position of the chair of the PTA and from the position of a parent, what would you say to a parent out there who seems to be focused that they want their child to be a doctor or a lawyer, but when in fact your child is actually going to be one of the best architects in the world? They have the skill, they have the creativity, they have the discipline to be the best at something else. What would you say to help me? Because when I interact with parents like that as well, what should be said to them to say, it's okay that your child will want to pursue a different career and that you have been a success as a parent? What do you say to them? What do you say?
Okay, so this question is really difficult to answer, but I think this is a very meaningful and rewarding question to be answered in detail. So humbly speaking, I finished my Juris Doctor degree in law from CHK. So I am legally trained person. At the same time, I was trained in English language, translation, and education as well. So I'm versatile. So I'm not purely a professional in just one area. So in a society, I really want to tell everyone, okay, including my son, my family members, my relatives, my students, okay, that we should be having a lot of potentials and abilities and professional areas, because our society is at least a versatile person to be coping with challenges of every day. So that's why we cannot just have just one professional skill sets, like being a lawyer, being a doctor. I think even a doctor, okay, he or she can have a law degree. So just tell you an example. So my one of my JD friends who studied law together with me, okay, he is a really famous doctor, okay, at the age of 40 or 50 something, okay, but at the time when we were studying at the Faculty of Law, he achieved very good results, and then he pursued the PCLL degree. PCL is a professional degree in law after our JD study. So he pursued a PCL degree at Hong Kong U for 2 years part-time. But you can imagine that he is very busy, okay? But however, he could manage everything. So the work, the study, and then he can be qualified to be a solicitor and barrister. So that's why I think if you are able, if you are smart enough, you can manage a lot of things, having different skill sets. So back to your questions, okay? As a parent and also a PTA chair, I would like to emphasize, okay, in our Chinese society, maybe we have a sort of kind of traditional burdens or responsibilities. So like having a wish that parents cannot fulfill the one stream. Okay, like if I'm not a lawyer, then I want my son or my daughter to be a lawyer. If I'm not a doctor, I want my son or my daughter to be a doctor. It is very common. It is fully understandable. But I want to really emphasize, okay, besides being a lawyer and a doctor, medical doctor, what else can our sons, can our daughters be? So this is a good question we need to reflect on, because in our society we are aiming at making people able to do a lot of things. So that's why, okay, at this stage, I would like to say that okay, most parents can try their best to let their son develop their own potential. And what's more important is that they have to say to themselves, okay, like me. So besides our dreams, besides our wish, so what else should we allow our sons to be, okay, in the coming future? So that's why we have to open the room. We have to open our eyes for the opportunities they can have. So that's why I would like to say that some alumni of SPC are directors of maybe drama, maybe something in the entertainment circle, and some alumni are singers. Some alumni are having very good careers besides being a professional as a lawyer or a doctor. So that's why in Hong Kong, our society is pluralistic. So that's why we want people to be different. Okay, so being unique, being different, being smart in your own profession, that's good. That's good enough.
I think that's very well said, Pierce. I think that's wise words that, have come straight from the heart. I know growing up, my father wanted me to be a doctor. That was the last thing of my life. I just don't like hospitals. And so I could never see myself following that career path. And so, I went on the road of engineering, and then I eventually became a priest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so you're absolutely right. The Hong Kong society and economy is so diverse. It is so progressive, and it is so aggressive that all skill sets are required.
Yes.
And the hallmark, I think, that you touched on the most is you have to be the best at what it is that you do.
Of course.
That is what society is asking of us. And I think that, if we the message that we give to our children is just do your best.
Yes.
Do your best. Your best is probably different from somebody else's best, but deep within, once you know that you've done your best, what else can we require from you?
Yes. I would like to recommend that we should allow our son to explore their untapped potential. I mean, untapped means something that is hidden. Okay, let your sons develop, okay, at school, even in extracurricular activities. So I'm always thinking that, okay, SPC is just a small society. It's like a mirror image of Hong Kong. So that's why what we are doing here is just part of Hong Kong. We try to put the adult world, okay, into a smaller space here. So let them feel, let them explore, let them test their potential. So that's why this school is providing a variety of opportunities for the boys. So we just let them go, okay, to provide them some guidance and instructions so they can feel free to try every possibility. So that's I really want to emphasize in this sharing today.
Definitely. This is an awesome school. There's so much potential here, and the sky is the limit for all of our boys.
Correct.
And I had a quote from a friend who said, "Parent the child that you have, not the child that you want."
Oh,
Because You never know. The next chief executive of Hong Kong might be walking around in our school.
Maybe one of our boys.
One of our boys, you never know.
Yes.
Has so much potential to him. Paris, I'm so very glad that you took time out of your busy schedule to just come and sit with me. This is what priests do. We sit and we chat, and we just learn from each other, and we try to make a difference as best we can.
Yes, I learned from you. Okay.
And I learned from you.
Everyone here, principal, teachers, my PDA colleagues, and even students themselves.
Yeah.
So when I work with them in all kinds of PDA activities, I really appreciate the efforts by every PTA member and also parent volunteers. Okay, when they give me a lot of support. So we just want to make things happen. We try to gather them together to enjoy the warm ambience of the school.
Yes, this is a family. St. Paul's truly is a
Yeah.
family. I'm so very, very proud to be a part of this
Sure.
wonderful school.
Me too.
Pierce, thank you very much. God
Okay.
bless you.
God bless you.
And thank you for coming in. And thank you for watching us here on Chat with the Chaplain today.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
SBC provides a kaleidoscope of opportunities. Let go. Let Sons explore.